Hello my beautiful creators, and welcome back to Life Path Number Tarot. So let's look at Life Path number 3 for the week 3. My French is coming out. Alright my creators, let's take a look at your energy. Now don't get hung up if it doesn't resonate with you for this week. Any time that you get here and you find this is when you're meant to hear it. Okay? And even though some of the stuff in here may not be exactly what's going on in your week, a lot of the times we've dealt with these kind of energies that try to steal our power away. And these are what these readings are. Sometimes it'll predict that you're having a fantastic week, and it might even give you tips on how to further make it better. And sometimes you're going to have more trying weeks, and you know what? It's also going to try to make it better. So we start with the Queen of Swords. Seven of Swords, a lot of swords here, my creators. Ace of Wands. Okay. So it's an interesting mishmash of things. I almost feel like you're trying to come up with a solution to something negative, and then I feel that maybe you have come up, but then there's also this pause. So I'm not sure. I'm going to pull some more cards to clarify for you. It feels like a stop and start. And we have those, right? I almost feel like you're going, oh, I've got to find a solution. It's like eureka. And then it's like, oops, no, not eureka, right? Or from jumping from the kettle to the pot, the boiling kettle to the boiling pot, or vice versa. Something like that. All right, so you have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords coming in. Okay, you have the Sun, but it kind of, I feel like it's supposed to be this way. So let's just see. Let's just see. Yeah, so, there's going to be a little bit of a situation of not seeing the light. There's something that's eluding you this week. Not sure what it is, but I feel like it's, like I said, when I look at the sanctuary cards, I always think like, I'm in the cold, I'm alone, I'm cold and alone. But there's always this light of sanctuary in the background telling you, you don't need to be cold and alone. There's other people here who are taking sanctuary. Okay, like you could, and the person behind you is seeing it, but you're just kind of trudging on. So I feel that it's trudging on, and the light being in the reverse is kind of missing the light here. That's what I was feeling. So I feel because the King and the Queen, all of your energy this week is in your brain. In other words, sometimes you're going, well, then I will be a mastermind. Sometimes that's true and sometimes not. Sometimes the mind, too much being in the mind, all of the mind, all the time, yes, they're masters, like there's the King and Queen, so that's the feminine and the masculine in perfect combination. But when it's in a negative sort of way, in other words, when you're going down the road into Negativeville, it's not always the best way of doing it. And sometimes negativity is not as, it doesn't sound as bad as in I'm thinking bad things about people. It's more like I'm thinking bad things about this situation. How do I get out of it? I can't get out of it. I don't know how to get out of it. And then you kind of think yourself into a corner, if you know what I mean, right? So I'm feeling that a little bit. I feel by the end of the week, it's almost like you're still at an impasse. So let's see if we can get you out of that, if possible at all. We're going to ask Spirit what kind of energy, what kind of advice they might have to help you out this week. Okay? I'm going to pick 4 cards and see. They're usually pretty good. They usually have at least some very encouraging words for you, because, you know, we can't just have a cheat sheet to get through everything, right? That's not the point of being here on this planet. And I think most people, maybe even if they don't want to admit it to themselves, they know this, right? Because if it was like that, we'd find the key to easy all the time. But we don't. We just have to kind of work through it. All right, so you have the Magicians. I love that, because the Magician is like letting you know you have access to all the tools. And maybe this is because you're using the mind and it's telling you you don't have just the mind, in other words, air, the swords. You also have the pentacles, you have the cups, and you also have the wands that you can use, right? And I see a wand here coming in, trying to help you out with this, right? So the Justice card is like letting me know, 2 major arcana, saying, look, you got to balance things out. There has to be a balance. The Justice card I find is fairness and balance, but it's not always in a way, right? The Justice card is 2 bananas to 2 bananas. I think you should go maybe a little 6 of cups. You have 6 of wands here showing victory, but I think you should go 6 of cups, where it's asking, instead of going 2 bananas and 2 bananas, who are you feeding on each side with these 2 bananas, okay? This can look really even if you have 2 bananas in each side, but if you're feeding one side an elephant, one side a mouse, it's not so balanced anymore. So maybe you're trying to balance out just in the mind, and you should be utilizing all of the tools that you have. You know, the mind, body, spirit, all of that stuff. You should be using all the tools available, and this will bring in victory. For this case, this is the wand, so it's almost like saying the fire energy or passionate energy may be able to help you with this. And you'll be able to celebrate your accomplishment if you do it that way, okay? So keep trying. I feel that they're saying don't use just the Ace of Wands. Go for the wands, okay? Go for the wands. Try to find a passionate energy in this situation to get yourself to the 4 of Wands, which is accomplishments, results, a checkpoint, a place to look back, take stock, and go, yeah, I did it this way, and it worked. Just the fact that they're celebrating is telling me that you will be able to overcome this. It isn't a huge slow up. I just feel that with the Sun, which is also a 10, you're missing your magic, okay? Because in Life Path 1, these are connected together, and if one is in reverse, it's because you're missing the clarity of the situation. So all you have to do is really take a moment and shine some light, some wands, and get clear on what you need to see. Okay, my creators? Oh, you know, sometimes it happens, but you will have a great week, and no doubt you will find your way out. Shine your light. Shine the light on the situation. Lots of light. Lots of light. Okay, you're not shining enough light. Too much up in the mind, not enough sun. So there you go. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.